Welcome to Tip Tuesday. This is Will 20 Man. 3 years ago I did a tip video on using variables to pass data between subreports, and today I'd like to talk about scope issues and also using programs. So we'll start out with popping open this report. So what we've got is a fairly simple subreport. I'll go ahead and hide the data tree. So we've got the main report here, and you'll notice we've got a label here, and then we've got two more labels here. And if we go to the Calc tab, what you'll see is that we are just setting the captions to int to string iCount for all of those. And if we go to the module view, you can see I've declared iCount here. So if I hit preview, you'll notice that on the detail of the subreport, we count. Every time we hit the summary, we see that total count so far. And on the main summary, we see that same count, which is exactly what we would expect. However, if we go to our subreport and make a new declaration of iCount, and we hit preview, so we see we got 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, so on and so forth. But when we get to the main summary, it shows 0. So what's going on? What's happening is in the main report we have a declaration of iCount, and in the subreport we have a declaration of iCount. And so what's happening is on label 7, when it says iCount is assigned iCount plus 1, it is incrementing the subreport's iCount, and the main report iCount is left alone. And we can make this even weirder, and we can say let's declare iCount in label 7 on print, and now you'll see on the sub summary we are again getting zeros, and I'll zoom in on that so you can see the sub summary is 0, the main summary is 0, so that we have done a second layer of hiding. And I could even do something interesting like on label 8, just to see that we have some counting action going on here. So now we have things look good until we get down here. So we see this 5 is how many times the subreport summary got hit. And again, the main summary is just completely different. So that's something you need to be aware of if you're using variables in your reports, that we get in the habit of using variables like I or iCount, and it is possible completely by accident to screw up your logic when you use the same variable name twice. Now, along with that, if I go ahead and get rid of all of those and go to my declaration and delete that, something else you'll notice we have is we have programs. So programs allow you to write little bits of code to do utility work that you're going to do a lot of, and you don't want to write the same code over and over and over and over. So for example, here you'll see I've got this int to string iCount. Nothing fancy, does the job, allows me to take whatever's in iCount, put it in the caption. but maybe I want to format it a little bit. And I want to have some leading zeros so it's always at least 4 digits. What I've done here is I've added a new program called my format int. So here what it does, creates a temporary variable doing the int to string, and if we don't have at least 4 characters, we put some zeros in front and set that as the result of the function. So if I take that, then what I can do is put it here, here, and here, and now all of these are formatted to have leading zeros, so we have at least 4 digits on our numbers. Not very exciting for something like this, but for anything where you've got a lot of the same work happening over and over again in lots of different parts of code, these can allow you to make one bit of function, one bit of logic. It works once, you call it every time you need it, and it can just make things a lot easier if you find out down the road it's like I've made 20 copies of this and oh, there's a bug. So these are 2 small features that you can now use in custom reports or any of your reports in PrintBuilder just to make your life a little bit easier.